Here joining me on TikTok. This is Andrew Alvarez on the Latino Conservative. Thank you all for joining. I've got a special guest today. Today is going to be Houston mayoral candidate Julian Martinez. The format is going to be a little differently. As you can see, I'm pointing towards the screen. It's not going to be pointed to me directly, but you'll still get to see both of us. But while you're here on TikTok, don't forget to hit that button, that flashing button, that plus button. Tap that screen, get those likes going. Let's show Julian some love. He's gonna join us here in just a little bit, so hold on tight.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to this edition of the Latino Conservative. As you can tell from the looks of it, we're doing something special today. We got Houston mayoral candidate, my good friend Julian Martinez, is going to be joining us today for this interview. But before we get into what he's all about, you really want to hear his story. You really want to hear what he has to say. Got to remind y'all to hit that like, hit that subscribe button, sign up for alerts so you know every time that we go live. We are fighting the good fight. We are putting America first. We're putting Houston first, Pearland first. We're making sure that we all have our rights stood up for and fought for. That's the gentleman that we have here. So if you can see, I have here Mr. Julian Martinez himself. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Martinez.
Well, Andrew, thank you for having me here. It's been for me an honor to be on your TikTok show. My name is Julian Martinez. I've been in Houston for 45 years. I've been married 46 years. I love Houston, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because the people in Houston, they need somebody like us that put them first, that have the good values, moral value, God value that we want to bring back to the city of Houston office.
Absolutely. I totally 100% agree with you. We got to bring it back to the city of Houston. Houston has been, I've been here for myself for about 10 years total. And you said something this weekend that really struck a chord with me, because my prior job to what I have right now, I'd have to go drive to the airport each and every single week and drive back. And my truck broke. It broke because of potholes, to be honest. There's potholes in Airport Road, and you said something that really struck a chord with me. All of these politicians, and I use that term loosely, all of these politicians have campaigned on fixing the potholes for the past 25 years, and they're still campaigning on that. What can you do differently, do you think, to help with something that may seem as trivial to some people as a pothole, but to people like me and you that go to work every single day could break our vehicle and cost us money? What can you do different in that case?
Well, basically, we have politicians that they've been in Houston for lifetime, and the pothole, they've been with us forever. And now they go on top of the pothole and they make commercial out of it. They're going to fix it. But that's pure baloney. We need to take control of the pothole city. What I'm going to plan is, I like to fix all the pothole first, and then cover the whole street with 5 inches of asphalt, blacktop, complete. I went to Ecuador a couple of years ago, and that was amazing how the road was there. Beautiful and black and beautiful, nice, smooth ride. So I believe Houston, it's about time we take this business seriously, because I have customers that they go to work in the morning, they hit a pothole, all of a sudden it's going to cost the poor lady $500 to fix the wheel and the tire, and then she lose 2 days of work. I mean, that cannot happen. I mean, it's not their fault. It's a city fault. So we need to make sure that we address our problem, because it's cost money to the city. I mean, to the taxpayer, and to the person that she lost a way to make money.
Absolutely. And I agree with you. You know, rims aren't cheap to fix at all. You know, I'm in the auto industry myself. I've been in the auto industry for 15 years now. And, you know, I've had to replace tires and wheels on cars that we take in on trade and such like that. You mentioned a word there that I'd also like to key in on first is the word you said. A lot of candidates, a lot of politicians, you know, whoever, they say one of the first things that they want to do is this. But so as mayor of Houston, you're going to have a lot of responsibilities, because there's a lot of things that need to be fixed with Houston, at least in my opinion, my humble opinion. What would be the first 3 things as mayor of Houston that you would work on?
Well, the first thing is crime. Crime is taking a toll to everybody, especially, you know, right now, you're afraid to go to the bank. I have some customer, they come here with a broken window. I'm asking, what happened? I said, well, Julian, I went to the bank, and they followed me to my office. They thought I have money in the car, and they broke my window, and they went through my mailbox and everything. I had another customer. He went to the bank to withdraw some money for his mother's birthday, $2,000. He went for 10 minutes to the grocery store to buy some chewing gum. He goes, that's the most costly chewing gum in his life. And when he came out, broken window, no money, plus to fix his car took 3 days and $200. See, that's not acceptable. We need to make sure there's a lot of hot spot in Houston. We need to make sure we put the police officers in the hot spot, because according to Houston website, we have 5,800 police officers on staff. Out of those, I think 70% down the street. I'm going to propose to have all those police officers on the street patrolling, but find out where's the hot spot in Houston and put them there. And then also at the same time, we need to fix the lighting in Houston street. Everything is dark sometimes. You know, the enemy or the devil, they do bad things in the dark and nobody can see them. So we need to tackle the lighting and make sure we have enough police. And also, what I like to do is I like to unite the police department, the sheriff, the DPS, Metro Police, constable. Like, for example, if you have an accident right now, you get about 10 trucks, tow truck in about like 2 minutes. Why? Because they all communicate. They listen to it and they run to the wreck. So I believe everyone in a uniform, if somebody called 911 and the first person uniform that is close by, they should go there and see what's going on with it. But they wait for the police department, and that stay up sometimes 3 hours, 2 hours. And in the meantime, you see constable and sheriff, you know, I don't know, hiding or sometimes they chasing people on the freeway or on the toll road. I think they should be in the community patrolling.
I agree. I believe that they should be patrolling because I have my feeling is that if you see something, then you're going to know it's there, then you're going to take caution. You know, I see that all the time. You know, when they have their presence, when the police have their presence in a place, then, you know, the criminals are going to know that the police are there. So they're going to go away from that place and just, you know, hopefully just reduce crime in general. But in order to have those officers, those police officers patrolling the neighborhoods, patrolling the hotspots more, would you be opposed to allowing, or would you allow for citizens, like if I wanted to get a job for the police department as a citizen, as an untrained police officer, just regular citizen, would you allow us to work as administrative desk jobs at places like the police department so we can free up officers to do more of the patrol work? Is that something that you would allow?
Absolutely. And we can get some young people, we can save money too at the same time. Because if you notice, the people that do police work, in the office, they're people already, in the high age, most of them. So absolutely, if you you will save money, and perhaps we can do a better job in having I would call them regular people do the paperwork for the police personnel, and then everyone in uniform should be on the street patrolling, because they go there for training for that. They don't go there training to do paperwork. They go training to the academy to protect the people.
Absolutely, and we're paying them to protect us, to serve and protect. So I agree with you there as well. Let them help protect us and let them be a force on the city. Now, one thing I've noticed while here, because like I said, I've traveled a lot in my time, all across the country. Houston isn't unlike a lot of cities in the sense where in the minority communities, specifically like Hispanic and Black communities, there's a lot of illegal trash dumping. What is something that you could do, that you would do to help clean that up and maybe even prevent the illegal trash dumping?
Well, I will have a very tough rule. I probably put cameras in those areas. Now you can get some camera, they satellite cameras, and anyone that go there and start dumping, you get a signal to your phone. I will have a camera system, put it in the system, and whoever I get caught throwing illegal garbage or tires, it's not going to be a fine. It's not going to be just slap on the wrist. I make sure if I catch you the second time, you're going to go to jail, because you shouldn't trash our city because you lazy to go to the place where to dump it properly.
Yeah, because it's a biohazard. I mean, one thing that we hear about is, we need to protect our environment, and I think that is the key thing that we can do as people, is to dispose of waste responsibly. Because I've seen tires on the side of the road, there's a bunch of tires. So yeah, I agree with you. Those are crimes that people are committing, and they need to be punished for that.
I agree. I agree that we need to be ourselves more responsible and try to maintain our environment, our beaches, our rivers, our street, our bayou clean, because everything ends up in the ocean. We have to be responsible for that.
Absolutely, we do. Another thing that a lot of people think that we need to be responsible for, and I wanted to get your opinion on this, homeless. In the downtown area specifically, I remember going to an event over there downtown, and after the event was over, I mean, the streets there looked like, for lack of a better term, Skid Row in Los Angeles. And I know that a lot of our even our congressional representatives that are in Congress right now are turning a blind eye to that. What is something that you think you can do to help? And I don't know, like to help ease it, to help the homeless people, or what is something that you can do to just help with the homeless situation?
That's a good question. In the Southwest, where I live and where I work, I see them all underneath the bridge of a pass sleeping there. I think what we need to do is have it like an office, somebody pay salary plus volunteer, and visit them and ask them why they're homeless. Because some of them qualify for federal assistance. As a matter of fact, when they come to my business and I help them, I ask him, I said, why? He said, well, Julian, I don't have a birth certificate. I don't have ID. So I'm here but I'm not here. So I can't get any help because I don't have any paper. I say, wow. So basically, most of the homeless, it can be solved, but you have to talk to them and have an office that can help them get the paper straight so they can get assistance from the federal government. I would think I was 80%, because I talk to them every day. 80% of those people, they're there and they have no ID. They're like an immigrant with no ID. And look, and they say, I'm an American, but I can't go Social Security because I don't have any ID, and they don't accept anything from me. So basically, we need to find out through have an office so it be responsible to contact where they sleep, where they are, and try to bring them into society again by helping get an identification for it, and then find out if they qualify to get federal assistance. And most of them will qualify.
I like how you said to help them get assistance, like the federal assistance, and to help to talk to them. What I really like that you didn't say is spending money, because the way I look at it is in San Francisco and in Los Angeles, the homeless population there is horrible. And California has spent billions of dollars in trying to fix it, and just throwing money out there, and the homeless population has gotten even worse since then. So I really like how you didn't say spending money on them, but actually helping them, solve the problem. Don't just band-aid the symptom there. So tell me a little bit about what made you decide to actually throw your name in the hat and run for mayor.
Well, I've been in Houston in business for 38 years, and I've been embedded with the community, So I see the pain, the suffering for people coming to my business. I see the crime. I see the pothole. They come here. I had a lady, she bought a Mercedes, and she hit 3 wheels and 3 tires, $3,000. The Julian, if I knew this car so expensive, I wouldn't buy it because I cannot afford to buy tire. And the guy said, yeah, man, this tire, this car, there's really expensive. And it's not her fault. So basically, that's what made me do it, because I like to serve the people. I like to serve. I've been in the service business all my life from my father, because we have a grocery store serving people there. So I've been serving the people for so long, and I feel so comfortable and I feel so motivated because we are here to serve. That's my goal, to serve, and also to make sure that every money that comes from the federal or the state, make sure it gets put on the way it's supposed to be for the people. Because life is too short. We're all going to die. Why not make life good for everybody, for everyone? Everybody has a purpose in life. We need to find that purpose and help them succeed at life. So I'm a servant. I love people.
Absolutely. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness is something that I really stand for. Now, when I first met you, the very first time I met you, I saw you had a lab coat on. Explain that a little bit to me.
Well, I mean, I still have it too. This what happened. In 93, I had a customer that came from Egypt. And when he came, it was like July, hot. So he came with a lot of black. So I asked Abraham, why you have that cover of you so hot? He said, Julian, in Egypt is very warm. So we cover our skin in Egypt. But in America, people, when it's hot, they take everything off, almost naked. I said, Julian, try some. So I ordered 3 the next week. So I put them on, I couldn't take it. But I noticed a benefit. Since I'm working in the shop all the time, I see my shirt clean, brand new shirt. I put them on, I don't get it dirty anymore. But anyway, it was too hard to hold it. So every Sunday I watch the news, Face the Nation, and every Sunday Joe Osteen he come to preach, and that Sunday he was preaching about get rid of a good practice or a bad practice. For example, he said, the Bible teaches if you want to get rid of it, something that you don't like or put on something that you like, stay on for 21 days, like Daniel fasting. I said, wow, 21 days? I can do that. So I said, what, Julian? Because you don't have to buy any more new shirt. I put it on. So I put it back on. The first 10 days, it was like hell, hot and hot and hot. And every day, it got easier. As close as I got to the 21 days, it got easy. At 21 days, it was like part of me. So now, check this out. So now I use it year-round. In the winter, I feel warm because, I have like a blaze over me.
Mm-hmm.
In the summertime, I feel cool because when I sweat, the air cool me down. And plus, when I don't have it on, they don't think I'm Julian because that's like my trademark. So when I put them on, I'm Julian. When I'm not, I'm just somebody else. So I kind of like that. It's like a double person that I people know me because of the blue jacket, actually. So that's what it is. Yeah, I give thanks to Joe Austin that he said that he was preaching about get rid of good habit or bad habit, and that's what I did. I put it on and I suffered for it, but at the end, I enjoyed it. So that's the streak of the blue jacket.
Nice. So I've got one more question for you. Houston has some of the most diverse food that I've seen in all of the country. I mean, I can go down the street. I can get some nice Vietnamese food, some halal. I can get, Mexican food, all kinds of food. So my question to you is, and it's a surprise question, something I ask a lot of people. What do you prefer, tacos or pizza?
Pizza.
Pizza, nice. Pepperoni?
Cheese.
Cheese. Good answer. Hey, thank you. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. Thank you, Mr. Julian Martinez. Now, I live in the outside of Houston. I live right outside in Brazoria County. I really wish I could vote for you, but since I can endorse you. You do have my endorsement over all the other candidates. Election day, for those of y'all who don't know and are in Houston, it is November the 7th. And to support Mr. Martinez, all you got to do is go to his website. His website is jmartinez2024.com, or you can scan this QR code if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. You can scan the QR code, and I'll even zoom in on that just a little bit more. There's also a link in the description where you can go in and visit his website. So, any last words that you'd like to say, Mr. Martinez, before we call it a night?
Well, I want to thank you for having me here. For me, it's an honor to be part of your group. I'm doing this because I love Houston. I love the people. I'm tired of politicians promising the same thing and giving the different result. We have a politician, Martin has been in politics for 50 years. Sheila for 30 years. I mean, we need enough is enough. So I decided to run because I want to be different. I want to be a mayor that people say, you know what, Julian came to office and he fixed our problem. And to let him know I'm number one in the ballot by God's grace. So when you go to vote, I'm number one in the ballot. So it makes it, God made it easy for you. So I want to thank you for having me here. God bless you. Good night. And I love all of them.
Thank you very much. God bless you too, Mr. Julian. Best of luck. Look forward to seeing you do many great things in the city of Houston. Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps it up for this episode of the Latino Conservative. Don't forget to tune in every Wednesday at 6:30. At 7 o'clock. On Thursdays, for those of y'all who follow me, you know that I'm running a campaign myself. Thursday, 6:30, same channel. Same bat time, same bat channel. I do a live Q&A session, so feel free to join me on there. But right now, November 7th, if you're in Houston, get out there and vote. Get out there and vote. Julian Martinez, he's the guy. He's a regular working guy standing up for regular working people as well. So thank you, everybody, for watching, for tuning in. God bless all of y'all.
God bless you. Good night.
Good night.
How about you?